What's up guys, Alec Onkiri here. And you guys already know what time it is. I've been getting plenty of stupid comments on my channel lately, so it's time for another rant. Today's video is brought to you by Charlize Theron, and here, I'll just flash it up real quick for you guys to see. Alright, so where to begin? Charlize here thinks I'm a dick. And that's fine, I probably am, so it's whatever. And as amusing as that whole flow of logic was, the first part of that overly try-hard attempt at being witty isn't really what I want to focus on today, but rather, more so, this little snippet right here. I truly cannot believe the audacity of some people though, honestly. I spend every fucking morning and afternoon in agony, just barely surviving my 16-hour fast so that I can spend the next 8 hours binging on Nutella and still manage to cut my body fat down from a fluffy 6.8% to a lean, mean, and shredded 6.5% body fat. And I do it all for you guys. How on earth could anyone ever question such unfaltering devotion to the shreds? Like, come on, dude. I'm literally so fucking shredded that girls just walk up to me and pinch my glutes when they see me on the beach and shit. I'm like, whoa, calm yourself. That's inappropriate. But I get the last laugh anyway because they end up with shoulder impingements from doing too much of that anterior deltoid dominant pinching motion while running after me and constantly grabbing hold of nothing but air. And as I leave them in the dust with my electronically timed 4.3 speed, the only thing that you can hear over the sound of the sonic boom is my voice in the distance yelling, "You should have done some face pulls!" What the fuck just happened? Sorry guys, I must have blacked out for a second there. And I had this terrible fucking nightmare. Alpha Destiny and Kino Body and Athlean X were all in it. And for some reason they all had shoulder impingements, which is weird. Anyway, where was I? So, dude says I'm not shredded. Maybe he's right. Or maybe he's fucking delusional. And this is the problem with your YouTube fitness. Like, honestly, I don't know what my body fat is in any of these pictures, but it's probably pretty low. I haven't seen too many people in person who are this lean because it's not really a normal level of leanness for someone to maintain. But our good old YouTube, on the other hand, is saturated with quote-unquote fitness experts who are far leaner than I am. Many of whom are also, unfortunately, on a cocktail of different drugs that help them to retain muscle and lose body fat. I'm not though. I just train really hard. And aesthetics, as many of you know, ain't my thing. I find it as an end goal to be hollow and boring, and as such, I would never choose to use drugs to further that end. Many people do though, and that's certainly their prerogative. I certainly don't give a shit. However, the problem that arises is that numbnuts like Charlize Theron here look at someone like me who doesn't maintain 4% body fat year round, but who in reality is probably just about the epitome of consistent leanness for a natural athlete who isn't starving himself year round and thinks that guy barely even has abs. He's not shredded at all. I'm gonna tell him. I bet it'll crush his soul. And unfortunately for Charlize, that line of thinking and the ideal that it stems from is not only gonna prove to be unhealthy both from a physical and a psychological standpoint, but it's also not really founded in reality. It's the same as the hordes of people who came onto my video from a few months ago where I talked about why I don't do free weight barbell rows, to essentially tell me that they could tell by comparing my back to known steroid users that I don't do rows because my back lacks thickness. Motherfucker, tell me that shit with a straight face on a day where you weren't jerking off to pictures of Jay Cutler 5 minutes ago. I've seen plenty of guys in the gym over the years who are steadfast with their rows, and hardly any of them have had impressively developed back muscles. Seriously, who needs the reality check here? The guy who maintains a single-digit body fat percentage pretty much year-round through a highly sustainable and overall healthy lifestyle, and actually represents a pretty good example of drug-free, lean and athletic muscle? Or the motherfuckers who are so deluded by the asinine extreme standards that they've allowed themselves to be inundated with that they think that people whose physiques are the product of copious amounts of exogenous hormones and God knows what else are some sort of pinnacle to be aspired to. Seriously, take off the fucking blinders, dude. Am I an asshole? Sure, but at least I'm an asshole with integrity. I'm not gonna pull the wool over your eyes like so many people. I'm gonna tell it to you like it fucking is. And if all you can think when you see me is, he's not shredded, then you've got some issues that you should probably get worked out, because I got news for you. Unless you're popping Clem like they're goddamn Pez candies and eating a side of Tren with your oatmeal every morning, then you aren't gonna get much leaner than this. And if you do, it's going to be at the expense of your precious fucking muscle, which, if you spend your free time trolling YouTube videos to leave moronic comments, is certainly already sparse to begin with. And if you don't believe me, then just look at pictures of any contest-ready bodybuilder who is actually natural. They all look like fucking string beans just so that they can shave off that tiny little extra pointless cunt hair of body fat. And you guys know me. I am certainly not one at all to tell you to lower your expectations or put a cap on what you hope to achieve or to expect less from yourself. In fact, I've even told you guys to use fake nannies as a source of inspiration to help yourselves do better. But goals and ideals still need to be kept realistic, or ultimately the endeavor will be deemed to have been a failure and end in disappointment, no matter how far that you actually manage to go. And I don't want you to be disappointed. It's bad for your emotional health. Plus, I think that you can have both a firm understanding of what are reasonable expectations to aim for and still shoot for the damn moon anyway. That way you're not creating self-imposed limitations, but at the same time, you're less likely to make drastic or stupid decisions for the sake of short-term satisfaction, because the long-term vision is far more realistic. It's really just the best of both worlds. And ultimately, this sort of mindset is what's going to provide you with the highest levels of physical health and the highest levels of mental health for the longest period of time, which is kind of a big deal. It's just, I've seen too many people at this point on YouTube and Instagram and lifting forums who basically insinuate that you can't be a beast and achieve outstanding weight room or athletic results while still managing to find balance between health and fitness, or between fitness and the rest of your life. And I think that's a very dangerous and misguided sentiment. Some people hear ideas like that and they go all in to achieve their goals, only to ruin their health and regret it down the road. Other people take the opposite idea and they hear that and they quit before they've even begun because they aren't willing to make that sacrifice. So they figure, what's the point of even trying? But balance can be achieved, and it doesn't have to be at the expense of results. The first step on that road, though, is understanding that there are many different ideals to strive for, and not all of them have to be based on the skewed, impossible to achieve without drugs standards that are so prevalent across social media today. Anyway, that's all I got for today, guys. Please be sure to like the video, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and definitely leave me some love in the comments down below. Keep training hard, and I will catch you guys next time.